Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the newly released HG Gundam Kimaris Vidar from Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2. I'll be honest, this was really unexpected. Some people were expecting it. For me, this was very unexpected to see another Kimaris form of a mobile suit because I thought Vidar would be the end, but oh well. Anyway, this was released yesterday in Korea, so I got one and finished building it last night. And once again, I am impressed by the kit because I actually can see some improvements on some parts, but not on the frame. Because the main reason is that Iron-Blooded Orphans mobile suits are categorized by the frame, so even because of that aspect, Bandai cannot do much improvements on the actual frame itself. But they did put some improvements, and I will show you guys on what those are. Anyway, let's go on to the review. First of all, what you get, of course, is the Kimaris Vidar itself, and surprisingly, it can stand on its own. 2, you get its drill lance. Yeah, on the instruction manual, that's what it's called, the drill lance. It definitely does look more effective or efficient compared to the Kimaris Troopers version, because that one was more blocky and wonky in my opinion. Some may not agree, that's just my opinion. Also, you get 3 hands, 2 of the multi-purpose hands. One is on here, and the third hand being another hand that looks like a thumbs up hand like that. It looks like a thumbs up hand, and this is basically not really mentioned in the instruction manual, but I'm assuming it's like the same hand from the Kimaris Trooper for the lance, so you can hold it up into a certain position. Okay, and then what you also get is a drill bit for the knee. However, you only get one. You only get one of these, which I was not expecting, but to be honest, I'm not going to use this too much, so I don't really mind. Lastly is the very out of kind of the awkward weapon for a Kimaris Vidar is this katana. It's what it's called is just a sword, and this is actually made from the rare materials used to make mobile suit frames. So then this is like a katana style weapon. However, in the instruction manual, it's meant for to slash and stab. So just letting you guys know. Anyway, let's go on to the review. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this right away. This also has the waist issue. The waist is kind of weak, so it cannot support stuff on its back. So it's currently tilted backwards a little bit, actually entirely. So let's just put it that way. All the Gundam frames kit I have or built had this issue for a long time. Almost all of them, I think. Anyway, for the head I was very impressed by the head, to be honest. And somehow, because of the color, my camera is not very able to, focus properly, so sorry about that aspect. Anyway, the head articulation, it's very basic. It can go down that much, and then up that much, and then 360, well, technically possible if you know your way around, because that, okay. The neck joint being a typical polycap neck joint, which I don't mind. However, I'm not sure what you call these kind of stuff, but the mohawk-ish design of the head does, especially the back section here, does hinder the spinning process, so you might need to be careful. But I really do like overall the design of the head. Now, I'm very sorry for not being able to focus. My camera is not in its best condition. Okay. Hopefully that helps. However, I really like the design because it really gives out that, final form vibe. And the sticker are the eyes, and there's this black sticker here on top of the V-fin here. That's supposed to be a sticker. The eyes are a sticker, however, they're not your typical Gundam eye stickers. Each eye has their own sticker left and right separately, so just letting you guys know. Another thing I was impressed by is these yellow sections on the head. Those are separate pieces, which usually from an IBO kit you would expect those to be a sticker. However, those are separate pieces, so you can definitely see some improvement on the color separations. Okay, we've seen the head. Now for the body. Oh, also the faceplate is also a separate piece. The body, nothing too special. Once again, color separation, each piece, nothing too special. Same Gundam base, same Gundam frame, so the waist issue is still there. I tried to tilt it up front, but it will go back. It cannot support the stuff on the back. So the body it's technically supposed to go, it has an ab crunch, can go forward and backward a little bit, and then 360 on this one. It's possible, just letting you guys know, it's possible. And nothing too special about that aspect. But on the backpack, we have all these stuff, which I will explain later. I will get into its equipment later. Okay, the arms. The arms, some people were, I hear that they were worried about the shoulders being wonky or like stuff, but they are they're almost the same type of shoulders that I've seen in the Lupus Rex, where you just connect a separate piece here and there. So the purple sections are all color separations. The arm has a double joint, like that. And then 360 is no problem, since the main arm is connected to a ball joint to the main body, and your hands are a typical ball jointed hands. Oh, and I forgot to mention that about the polycaps. You do get polycaps, you don't use all of them. All the polycaps are just usually on the typical areas of a IBO kit, and you get a sticker sheet. I forgot to mention. Now, as you can see, I used almost everything except for this gigantic purple one, and these two black pieces where they go onto the arm, and I will explain that. Okay, first, that gigantic purple sticker is supposed to be on here. This is where the sticker is supposed to go, on the elbow. I was 100% sure that I would mess up the stickers, and I didn't want to use stickers that requires you to fold up, especially on the arms. So I just colored them in metallic. Okay, technically it's metallic blue, but once you use it, it has that purple vibe going on. So it's like a half purple, half metallic blue color, and it turned out very well. And the other sticker that I didn't use is supposed to go on this section of the arm. To be honest, I don't think it's not a major issue thing. I barely noticed this, to be honest, so I didn't use it, and I do like it without the stickers, to be honest. So that's why I didn't use that overall. Okay, we're done with the arms. Also, the arms can go about 90 degrees out to the side, and it has your typical 360 twist. Okay, for the waist, a lot of stuff on the waist. The waist kind of reminds me of the HG Gundam G Lucifer from G Reconquista, but a little bit shorter. Okay, the waist, nothing too special. The waists are connected to a polycap connector, which is used in all the other Iron Blood Orphans kits. It can go sideways that much. The front skirt, they are on a single piece. If you are curious whether the front skirt piece is detachable, according to the instruction manual, or considering the design of the piece, I believe it's possible to do so. However, I'm the type of guy who does not like to do that. Yeah, there is technically ball jointed connections. However, my expectations is that if you do separate them, I don't think they're going to hold on that well, in my own opinion. It could be just me. I never tried it, but yeah. Anyway, the front skirt can go a lot, 90 degrees up front, and your leg can go almost 90 degrees, but because of the design of the knee, there's some issues going on. But if you work your way around, you can go about 90 degrees, and no double jointed legs. All you get is a 90 degrees bend. Considering that this is only going to be seen and used in space, I can totally understand that. The back skirt, also once again, just a solid piece, doesn't move. Also, once again, another good color separation. These yellow vents on the legs, on the vents, or on the sideways, they are all color separated pieces. The legs, once again, I'm very impressed by the color separation. I think they would look very good if you color them in gold, but that's just me. Nothing too special going on the legs. I mean, very different color compared to the upper body, so I'm kind of surprised. I think this is the main reason why I actually got this kit, because of the odd color change on the process. But yeah, the legs, nothing too special. They're just big wonky legs, and this is where you put the drill bit in here. I'm impressed to see that a triangle to be a separate yellow piece. Nothing too special. Once again, the feet are the same type of feet that you see in an Iron Blood Orphans kit, but this time this is kind of worse on the outer section. despite having that gigantic feet, the only parts that actually touches the ground are these heels, and I'm not a big fan of them. But I'm surprised that I can still manage to stand up. Okay, now we've seen the basics of the mobile suit itself. Now let's get on to the equipment. First, I think I'll start with the most simple, basic equipment. And also, just in case, I don't want to like make this fall down a lot of times, so I'm gonna put this on an action base. So please understand that aspect. Oh, okay. This is a random action base that I got from another random high grade kit. I can't remember which one because I have multiple of these. Could be an H kit or it could be a seed kit, whatever. Okay, the katana or just sword. Very simple sword. Well, the good thing is that you don't need to separate the hands. You just can slide it in and you have a very interesting looking sword. Once again, I'm very confused why they went with this kind of weapon. I mean, I believe Kimaris Vidar is supposed to be like a knight or gladiator theme, and they went with this. I don't really know. But another interesting fact is that, according to the manual, of course, this is what they suggest you to do. They tell you to take off the side skirt armor, and then each side skirt armor has this peg going on. What you can do is there's a hole on the sword, and you can wait a minute. Oh, okay. You can attach like that, and then reattach it to make it look like it's stored in. Of course, the back stuff will get in the way, so you need to position them in the correct order. And it doesn't really have much movement, so you're pretty much stuck with that position. Personally, I don't like this, so I'm probably not gonna use this katana too often. Maybe I'll give it to a high mock or something. Okay, now for let's see, which one should I look at? Yeah, the drill bit. Really literally a drill bit. So I don't know if you have the same length and size of this, you can actually put in a metal one if you wish to do so. They just plug into the knee, the yellow section of the knee. So, however, I find this to be very difficult to pose, to be honest, since it only has a 90 degrees bend, and yeah, I'm not really sure how this works, but I guess it's very effective for close combat, for an emergency tactic. Okay, now we've seen drill, but now for the finale, 2 parts. The drill lance, very long. I actually had to measure this. I even posted a picture on my Charlie 46 page next to a Gerber knife, which is 19.5 centimeters in total length. This is even longer than that knife. This is almost about 21 centimeters if I checked it correctly, because I only had a 20 centimeter ruler. Very long weapon, even for a high grade. And one thing I should mention is that the only part that I find the most fragile, or that you should be a little bit careful, would be the handle for the lance, because it's only connected to the main yellow piece as a peg. So once again, I saw a lot of people breaking their sword mace from the Gundam Barbados Lupus. And this might be one of those things that if you're not careful, you're gonna break it easily. So once again, be extremely careful. Do not, overdo it. There's nothing too special. Every yellow piece you see section here is a separate piece, and this is itself is a lance, but also a launcher. As you can see, there's 2 holes on the side. Those are for the Dainsleif. Okay, before I actually show the attachment, I want to show this part as well on the back. The back, these are technically shields at the same time, but also sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes I find the arm parts to fall off pretty easily. Well, not too easily, but they will pop off like unexpectedly. Now these things are technically shields at the same time, but also storage areas for the Dainsleif ammo. And before I get into that, this is a sticker. This white section here, you see it as a sticker, and it fits exactly into place. There's a spot for this shape, and you just need to be careful to apply the sticker, and it looks pretty well. Okay, these sections on the back. You know what? I'm running out of time, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, once again, my camcorder has this time limit, so I just wanted to be on the safe side. Anyway, this back section right here, there's a lot of stuff going on. They have these multiple joints going on. So the main shield itself, as you can see, does pop out pretty easily. It's connected to a ball joint on the side, on the end, and yeah. So you once again, you have multiple joints. You have one here, you have one here, you have one here. For the first connector, you can spin it around to make it into any position, and the other ones can only move. They cannot twist, but they can only go up and down if you wish to do so. And you can pretty much position it in any format you want. And this is very important for the combination with the drill lance and the whatchamacallit, and the Dainsleif. And okay, you know what, I'm just gonna leave this like this. For the other side, I'm gonna show this a little bit more specifically. Okay, I'm gonna take this off now. You see the shield, and then if you see this part, you see this black section right here. This is where you actually store in the Dainsleif ammo thing. And I believe, according to the instruction manual, they call it the special KEP bullet, KEP. So okay, what you can do is that the shield now, if this comes out as a full mechanics 1 to 100, which won't happen, this should be like a retractor thing, but you can pull it out. But this one, you have to take it out, and then there's a peg here, and then there's two holes. You just need to move it around like the Gundam D, the chest on the Gundam D end. And then if you put it on, it looks like that it's stretched out. And inside, okay, before that, if you take this out, you can see there's a peg thing going out there. This is the actually ammo for the Dainsleif, and there you go. You have each one on each side, so you technically get two of these. So this is actually for the combination attack to actually fire the Dainsleif using the drill lance. Currently, I already have the hand connected here, and if you wish to do so, in the instruction manual, it's recommended to use this hand for this one. This one, I don't think it's going to be really helpful for this, because this thing is extremely long and heavy, and it's hard to position. Technically, you do have a bented joint here, so it can face forward. However, without any extra support, it's going to be tricky. If I have enough time, I will actually show you guys that. Okay. For the suggested pose is that I'm going to position everything in order first of all. Now, you do this, and the left hand is supposed to like be facing backwards like this. And then, okay, we get the Dainsleif piece, and on the drill lance, if you look carefully, okay, there's these holes on each side, and the one on the top and bottom are not the ones. You push in the Dainsleif piece right inside there, as in shape, and it will be locked into place. And you can see the Dainsleif piece popping out here. What you do is, now I'm gonna reattach the shield. Sorry for the messy one, but this is like one of the most complicated combinations I have ever seen. Besides from the Universal Century Zeta transformation. And then, as you can see, there's another hole in front of the shield right over here. What you do is connect the leftover parts that's popping out from the shield, and then you reattach it. And then you attach the hand. I hope I can success in this. Usually I will do this while the hand is connected, and there you go. Okay, problem is that this thing is extremely heavy, so there you go. Now it's in the position, firing position for the Dainsleif. However, this thing is just extremely heavy. It cannot support it. I mean, you can technically fiddle it around with it, and there you go. The arm just popped out. You can technically fiddle it around if you wish to do so, or maybe you can put the end of the lance under the arm, so you can make it look like it's at least facing forward. And there you go. You have the position of firing the Dainsleif, which again is a very interesting gimmick or concept. And yeah, even in the instruction manual, there is a pose like this, and this is how it works. I do like the concept, however, I wish the lance was at least a little bit shorter or at least lighter, because this thing's just too heavy to support. But I do like the concept. And yeah. Let me take that out. And finally, I think since I have some time, I will show off the other hand for the thumbs up hand for the lance. Now, those who have the Kimaris Trooper, I believe, knows what to expect from this. I mean, it sure does have a firm grip, which I will admit. However, for me, I'm not really used to this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, it can because of the wrist and thumb, you can technically make it pointed forward. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure you're going to do it too often with this, because I'm expecting some balance issues. Anyway, that's basically it for the review of the HD Gundam Kimaris Vidar. Once again, there's the main Gundam frame still has the problematic issues of the waist section not being able to support the upper body. Beyond that, I can see some improvements. I forgot to mention one more sticker. The front skirt, the yellow sections on the front skirt, those are stickers. Anyway, thank you for watching the review of the HD Gundam Kimaris Vidar. I guess I can recommend this those who are a big fan of the Kimaris Gundam line, but I wouldn't really recommend this for everybody, especially for beginners, because you might get the entire wrong idea, or you might get really stressed out by the weight issues with the weapons and on the equipment. So yeah, but I can definitely say that they did improve on the color separation of the kit, because usually all these yellow stuff would be expected as a sticker, but they actually went on with a separate yellow piece separation. So I can definitely say or admit that they did put some improvement, but not on the Gundam frame itself. Anyway, if you found this review interesting or informative, please like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!